we are the music architects.
Oh, how cool is that? That's
So,
a new designation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we carefully design spaces. It's not about one box will fit all. It's always about we customize solutions for if you are a client and you come up to us, and we actually the first thing we ask is we don't go blindly into a project.
Heard so much about Dolby Atmos. What is it? I mean,
Speakers creating a space which is soulful and impulse.
it instantly actually uplifts my mood, and I'm like, I'm ready to take on the world today. ऐसे वाली feeling.
So there-
कि कुछ तो single, what do you call it, speaker या amplifier in itself cost like lakhs. Is that
Yeah, so we have beautiful speakers. So we are talking about Bluetooth.
It is home theater एक isolated space हो गया. You have to go there and be cut off from the rest of the world. Family lounge is like you're part of your family,
Yeah.
sitting at the center of the house and then having fun and enjoying it.
So and OTT is a boon for our industry. So OTT has given us like today we create good Dolby Atmos setups in family
Music
houses.
system is so important. Can't I just listen music off my phone and call it a day? Hey everyone, this is Deepti Malik, also known as That Realtor Girl on my social media handle, that is Instagram. And I keep on doing candid conversations. So I've done with interior designer, cafe owner and similar field. तो मैंने सोचा कि आज मैं कोई ऐसा टॉपिक कवर करती हूँ जो कि मैंने अभी तक नहीं किया है. And this is very interesting because I feel music हर किसी को सुनना पसंद है और वो हर किसी का लाइफ का एक इंटेग्रल पार्ट है. And it is very closely related to real estate as well, because जब आप कोई घर खरीदते हैं तो music and audio system becomes very important from the sound point of view and also the aesthetic point of view. And today I've got someone who can make your home sound as good as it looks. So today I have with me Sahil. Welcome Sahil.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing
Thank
today?
you so much for having me here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Are you excited about it?
Yes, very
Are we
much.
going to have fun?
We're gonna have a lot of fun. I have a lot of things to share.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So before I dive into the conversation, I would like to know more about you, Sahil. Like something about you, या फिर आपका कैसे interest था, ये passion था, which turned into a business for you.
So my story is really long in terms of it'll take a complete podcast to probably tell the story.
Oh, wow.
But I was in corporate. I was doing a heavy job and a very interesting job.
Like 9 to 5?
Yeah, proper 9 to 5 for good 15 years.
Uh-huh.
Audio has been my passion since like childhood. I wasted a lot of money on my parents because our industry is not so economical so to say. So bought a lot of equipment, did a lot of stuff. So I got serious when it was in my last job, and then I dreamt of starting SoundTrails. So that's when SoundTrails got started in 2018, and it was a big risk.
Okay.
I was already in peak of my career, and that risk was worth it today. So it's been 7 years, probably plus.
Oh, that's nice. Because as you mentioned, ki you wasted your parents' money, but I think it's a great investment now that SoundTrails is doing so good and it has become a household name. And you have done multiple projects, so as to say.
I have done multiple.
Yeah, can you name few of them?
So we have worked for various celebrities. Then we have done a lot of farmhouses. We just recently did the F-Bar, which is that was our first biggest professional audio solution what we did.
And F-Bar has apparently become the talk of the town. Everybody
Yeah,
here,
it
the
has
extension
been-
is
yeah,
here.
it is one of the go-to places today. And then we did a recent builders project called Elevate Heims.
Okay, again on the extension road and one
On
of the
the extension
finest.
road.
So maybe next time we can explore these places also.
Yeah,
I
we
would
can
like to
visit.
experience
You
because
will love
यहाँ पे मुझे experience करके बहुत मजा आया. Whether it was the home theater or your favorite room, which has become my favorite room.
Yeah,
too.
so stereo room has always been my favorite room.
Yeah.
So this is where, see, home theater is all about multi surround speaker system, all audiovisual. But stereo room is more for the soul. It's like more involving.
Yeah.
It actually captures you completely.
Food for the soul.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. So I guess कि हमें सबसे पहले address करना चाहिए the most obvious question कि why stereo system or music system is so important. Can't I just listen music off my phone and call it a day?
See, off the phone music isn't really audio. It's for me, it's noise. And for people, for people actually not who've not experienced per se a good high fidelity system, they don't even know what good music can sound like. See, what has happened in today's day and age, we have got hooked on to convenience. Convenience is like a Bluetooth speaker, and that would be it, and end of all for a lot of people.
So can I compare it with, say, like Maggie noodles, listening music on
Yeah,
the
it's like, so if you want to compare it like that, so we prepare gourmet food. So we are more gourmet, luxury, all
about the
carefully
experience,
we have put together things. And our Bluetooth speaker is like an invisible golden, as you said.
Even Bluetooth speaker. I was
Yeah,
thinking, okay, phone is fine, but Bluetooth speaker is something like an additional that you're investing in. Is even that is a no-go. Okay.
Yeah, I have given you the experience here.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Now
it's like when we do a good stereo system, it's like you're bringing home all the artists right in front of you live.
Yeah.
ऐसा लगेगा सामने बैठे.
अच्छा, the concert आपके बिल्कुल सामने हो रहा है.
So ऐसा आपको.
So it's more like a personalized experience wherein everybody, like the artist and everything, is happening right in front of you and personally for you only.
Yeah, so that kind of an image we create. Even a stereo is all about. See, you can start very small also. People think बहुत expensive, बहुत महंगा. While we are high fidelity, high end, luxury, all of that, but we are more. We are trying to make it more affordable. You can always start small. You can always do a good stereo system, and it can bring in the concert right in front of you. That's two speakers creating a space which is soulful and goosebumps.
Okay. I keep hearing high fidelity, but this is something I don't understand. Like, for a layman, can you explain what is high fidelity, low fidelity?
So high fidelity is all about, reproduction of sound as the artist intended, as the creator intended.
Without making any
without coloration, without anything, which it comes out as the way it was recorded from the speakers you have.
So now that you've mentioned about hi-fi, I also want to understand how audio system elevates a house, or like what do you do to a house? मतलब कि वो कैसे stand apart करेगा from a regular house which does not have a good audio system, or maybe what is the speciality about SoundTrails कि वो किस तरीके से customize करेगा या experiences को curate करेगा?
See, we, like for an example, you keep working with a lot of interior designers, architects, you met probably many.
Yeah.
So we are the music architects.
Oh, how cool is that? That's a new designation.
Yeah. So we carefully design spaces. It's not about one box will fit all. It's always about we customize solutions for if you are a client and you come up to us, and we actually, the first thing we ask is a drawing. We don't go blindly into a project. We study the entire space. We understand the client. We understand their flavors, what they like. Aesthetics also come plays a very big role because interior designers are also working with us on that. So we can create spaces like a family lounge. We can do amazing outdoor for your house parties.
Yeah.
We can do
Who doesn't love a house party?
Yeah,
like a good house party.
Yeah, so that's always adds a flavor. Imagine a silent outdoor, you're having a party and you're having music. You can't imagine a silent outdoor. Right?
Yeah, I cannot.
So it has to be some kind of a music there. So music adds a flavor. So we create home theaters. So you can imagine a PVR at home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we go to that level. So our home theaters, there's no glass ceiling in our industry. So I can create a fabulous home theater wherein you probably will never go to a multiplex ever again.
And how much would it roughly cost?
So anything we start, so our range starts like that's the smallest range. It can start with 1.5-2 lakhs, depending on the room size.
Okay.
But larger rooms, it can go up to 20, 30, 40, 50.
I mean, that's a decent amount to begin with.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned कि एक home theater को start करने की ये initial cost है. But I have heard from you itself कि कुछ तो single, what do you call it, speaker या amplifier in itself cost like lakhs. Is that true?
Yeah, so we have beautiful speakers. So we are talking about Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah.
So we have good high-end Bluetooth speakers, which not really Bluetooth speakers I will call them.
Yeah.
In layman words, probably yes, but they stream over Wi-Fi, so so you can stream AirPlay or music on them, which is more clear and lossless, and that would be a beautiful piece of art. Will cost you about 3.5 lakhs.
Oh, wow! And what's the most extreme range that you know about?
So we have a brand called Sonus Faber.
Sonus Faber.
Yeah, it's an Italian brand. Huge lineage and heritage. They are.
Italy is known for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so they come in Maseratis. So that brand itself they have a speaker worth rupees 1.5 crores.
Wow.
Yeah, so there is no glass ceiling, as I said. You can make a home theater for a crore.
It can go to either.
Yeah, and that money will be like every penny spent would be worth every moment you will spend in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's how it is.
And as far as I can also see, it's not about the stereo system or the speakers. I guess the fabric of the home theater, the walls.
Acoustic is a very important
acoustic,
part.
yeah.
So acoustics can kill the system or to make the system. Yeah, it's not only that you put very high-end expensive speakers and it'll play fabulous in every room. So room plays a very important role in terms of how it is sounding. So we also do the acoustics for the room, for the stereo room, or for a home theater, and that is also carefully crafted. It's not something which is again off the box.
So acoustic would be something like a bigger science, or like
it's a bigger science. Yeah, it's a bigger
right?
science. So we also have an outside consultant who comes on board with us and does that. So that's a department by itself.
Interesting. So you are also into that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we turn it. You give us a room, we'll turn it to a home theater.
So it's basically like अगर हम कोई real estate का project करते हैं, so there are multiple consultants on it. So ये similarly designing.
Similarly. So see, as I said, we are music architects. So we design a room, be it acoustic, surround sound, audio, how it will sound, electronic setup, and even calibration is a very important part.
Okay, and what is calibration?
It's very, as I keep telling a lot of people, it's easier. A lot of clients, they think that everything you can buy it online and then put it together.
Fix it like इधर लगा दे. It's not like that how it works.
It's easy to buy the speakers.
It has to be like synergetic. I feel कि synergy create होनी चाहिए. The way you're placing everything.
जैसे speakers खरीदना तो बहुत आसान है. अब उनको सही तरह से चलाना is the thing wherein we come into play.
It's like वास्तु.
Yeah.
कि कहाँ पे क्या place करना है, किस angle पे करना है.
वास्तु की tips तो online मिल जाएगी, कर लो. पर कर नहीं पाओगे ना.
नहीं कर पाएंगे, बिल्कुल. हाँ, you need a proper consultant. For example, property आप online देख सकते हो, but क्या खरीद सकते हो for that? खरीद भी सकते हो, but it could turn into be a bad decision as well, or a bad investment. तो इसीलिए like a right consultant, either for real estate or for a sound system or a stereo system is also important.
Look at you. You have. It's not only about like you are a property consultant as well, but when you consult, it's consulting.
Exactly.
It's not only कि हाँ ये है ले लो.
ले लो हाँ.
अब उसके आजू बाजू क्या है, उसके आगे पीछे क्या है, रोड क्या है, क्या appreciation है, all that you kind of show a road path to the client, right?
Yeah, exactly, like a bigger picture, because they are aware of what is actually existing. और हमारा plan क्या होता है कि उनको master plan समझाना, the vision of how real estate.
The vision,
exactly.
So here, if you like similar thing, we put it in our industry. So it's about ये space है. अब उनको लगता है मेरे को इसमें म्यूजिक चाहिए. उनके लिए तो 2 स्पीकर या एक ब्लूटूथ स्पीकर भी चल जाएगा. पर हम जब इन्वॉल्व होते हैं then we make sure that sounds at its best. And अब वो स्पेसेस पे डिपेंड करता है. जैसे आजकल फैमिली लाउंज बहुत चल रहा है.
फैमिली लाउंज.
सो आजकल क्या हो गया कि लोग होम थिएटर्स डेडिकेटेड कम बनाते हैं.
Because मुझे लगता है होम थिएटर्स, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, व्हाट आई फील इज होम थिएटर एक आइसोलेटेड स्पेस हो गया. यू हैव टू गो देयर एंड बी कट ऑफ फ्रॉम द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. फैमिली लाउंज इज लाइक यू पार्ट ऑफ योर फैमिली सिटिंग एट द सेंटर ऑफ द हाउस एंड देन हैविंग फन एंड एंजॉयिंग एंड एवरीथिंग.
It gives you a reason for coming together
and have a great
time.
time.
So because today we have such hectic life.
Oh yeah.
So आजकल ये नहीं होता कि आज कभी कौन आ रहा है कभी कौन जा रहा है. घर में तो you are not together. So this gives you a reason to Netflix and chill together.
Exactly.
So and OTT is a boon for our industry. So OTT has given us, like today we create good Dolby Atmos setups in family lounges.
Oh, I've heard so much about Dolby Atmos. What is it? I mean,
so Dolby Atmos is more. came in very long back. Now this is got famous because of every soundbar is talking about Dolby Atmos, but that's not really a Dolby Atmos. A Dolby Atmos setup, you've heard it at our place.
Yeah.
It's more immersive. It gives you a dimension which is a third dimension. It's more immersive. So what happens? It gives you the overhead dimension to the sound.
Okay.
For example, if you're moving into the jungle, for example, you hear the bird chirping on the top,
It's
not
like
from the sides.
you are part of the
so
scene.
you get into the scene. And surround sound, a lot of my clients get really happy with, when the gunshots come from here and there. But that's not audio. That's not really a proper home theater. It's about, they're supposed to take you into the scene, not outside of the scene. So surround sound is a very important part wherein it doesn't take away anything, but adds a lot.
Okay, I get it.
So if it gets suddenly louder than the front speakers, then it will suddenly be, you will be looking at the speaker, oh.
So it takes away your attention from
तो लोगों को बहुत खुशी होती है उस चीज से, पर वो technically incorrect भी हो सकता है. हाँ, incorrect हो सकता है. मतलब it is a very fine line. We kind of, when we are putting together the system, it's very different.
Yeah. So like everywhere I see around, I was very amazed to see this is a painting, right? And I believe this is a speaker as well. Is it?
Yeah, you have such things as well. Yeah. So you have such things, innovative things, because decor aesthetics have become very important.
Yeah.
So
and would you recommend having?
I wouldn't really.
Okay. So you have it just for the.
Yeah. So
for the sake of it, okay, I have it in case if you're interested.
No, but this is not a speaker.
This is not a speaker.
No,
okay.
not a speaker.
Okay, but there are.
This is just an acoustic panel actually.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like a painting. ऐसी paintings आती हैं जहाँ पे मतलब ऐसे painting जैसे दिखेगा जैसे ये दिख रहा है. और it'll have audio inside and it'll have speakers inside and it'll play. We have speakers also wherein they will look like a wall. They will play amazing.
Okay,
like
that's interesting.
Plain POP wall, and they will look. They will sound very neat and clear. They are supposedly one of the tech which, and without compromising with the audio quality.
But would you advise it? Because for people it might be like, okay, it's like hitting two birds with a stone. कि आपने painting भी ले लिया and speaker.
I wouldn't, as in because I'm more of a purist. So I like my
unadulterated.
Yeah. So it's, if you want unadulterated sound, then you can look at good two speakers. You start into, see, our world is so niche today that a lot of people don't know. What happens is that people life when they think about an high-end audio system ends at Bose.
Yeah. For me, it was Bang & Olufsen. I thought when I got Bang & Olufsen, I thought, hey, this is my prized possession. I have reached to a higher hierarchy when it comes to music system. But then I met you. You shattered that. You completely changed my perception here.
So that is where it is. So what happens is a lot of clients come up to us for expectation of Bose and all of that. Once they come in, then they experience their horizon changes.
Okay.
So उनका नजरिया ही बदल जाता है. उनको अब यहाँ तक दिख रहा था, फिर मतलब मीलों दूर दिखता है.
I guess then they start understanding the importance and they start appreciating even the price component also.
Yeah. So spaces कुछ भी हो. We've done farmhouses also. We have done clubs, pubs, farmhouses, outdoor terraces. We have speakers in rock shape for farmhouses and outdoor. And they look like a rock, but they have beautiful sound.
Yeah.
So you can do a lot of stuff, but people don't know.
So no wonder it is said that audio systems, great sound system is part of luxury living, because everybody is now talking about luxury living, exclusivity, and everybody is trying to boast around कि मेरे पास ये है, मेरे पास ये है. And I think now with the audio system that you have, the kind of stereo system you have, that could be like a prized possession. People can actually talk about and invite people over. And,
see. Having this is a prized possession, so it is not. This will something which will last you forever. See, our speakers, nothing happens to the speakers. They last you very long. I'm using at home, which are like 11, 12 years old speakers, and they look like new. They sound like new. Only thing is the electronic parts you keep changing, like an amplifier. You can keep upgrading. Otherwise, you can always. I have clients like they like to upgrade speakers every 2 years. because they get bored of it.
Bored, yeah. Especially the tech guys, they want everything, to be new and what's
newer,
yeah.
or maybe a different flavor.
Yeah. What's
and
the
all
new
that.
in thing in the market? Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So many things that I learned. So let's talk about turntables. Is it like really worth its salt, or it's just a hipster hype?
It is totally worth it.
Yeah.
It is another level of listening to audio. And listening to music on a turntable is a celebration. And for some, it's pure music experience, which is like for yourself. So, I have varied clients in it.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of movies have featured turntable these days.
Yes, exactly. While you were describing about it, I felt I've actually moved back into some classical movie scene जहाँ पर ये सब हो रहा है, like that's happening.
Classical movies नहीं है आजकल की movies में. I can't remember the movie name. It had all the young star kids.
Nepo kids.
Nepo
Archie. Archie was the movie, right?
Yeah, Archie. So Archie had the turntable.
It was a musical movie, I remember. Yeah.
I think it's one of. I couldn't watch it much.
Same here.
So, it was probably not made for me.
Yeah, same. Not even for Gen Z. I don't like something so cringe. There was no acting. But not. That's another topic for another day. Yeah.
So it had a turntable. So around that time, I found a trend. So in fact, when I was trying to watch that movie, I sent a message to my social media guy and said, "Turntable getting covered here. I think we probably will have some traction." And it happened. I had an 18-year-old girl. She walked into 18-year-old. She was probably going to study abroad or something, and she came with her mom here. I was not expecting anything. They just walked in, and we showed them our most expensive turntable, and they bought it.
And what's the number we're talking about? Expensive.
About 2.5 lakhs. Only the turntable and speaker was separate.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's a brand we do called Mobile Fidelity, MoFi in short. So they decided on the turntable and the speaker, I think in 20 minutes.
In 20 minutes?
Yeah.
And they actually bought it?
They bought it and I installed it next day.
They didn't even take like 2.5 minutes to see the cost and everything?
Yeah, the total cost was much higher with the speakers, but about 5.5, 6. But decision was not taken more than 3-4 minutes in total.
That totally explains the love for music, I believe.
So this is something else. So there are audiences. Like as I initially said, there are people who make a style statement. This is more, I want to be in the zone of Archie. I want to be in a zone of my own soul. I want to listen to my music. And some people use it as an interior decor as well. So that's where it is. So she's a young kid. She was influenced by a movie. She came in, bought it. So it's not one incident, there are many. And but there are real people who actually want to listen to music because turntable is a special journey in terms of, when you graduate to a turntable, you will never go back to a digital music. Yeah, because digital music is convenience. After you have the phone uthaya.
You're right. Actually, today it's all about convenience, ease, and comfort. Not comfort also, but people don't want to put in effort to have a good experience. But now maybe things are changing.
Turntable are much neater.
Yeah.
They are cleaner, analog sound. You like the crackle of the record.
Yeah.
That flavor is very different.
Maybe I'll upgrade my music taste to maybe turntables now.
I will correct myself. It's not different. It's pure.
It's pure.
So, because digital music is, you have a file, how lossless it is, what size it is, how it is ripped, there are many things.
I believe music has many usages and it is all encompassing as you mentioned earlier because everybody listens music for different reasons. For example, when you were here, before I came here, I was sitting and listening to the music. I was feeling certain emotion. When music changed, तो एक अलग तरीके का emotion generate हुआ. It's so nice. And for me, I don't know, I like very happy-go-lucky and pumped up music because it motivates me. अगर मुझे कुछ भी interesting करने जाना है या फिर मेरी कोई बहुत important meeting है, transaction है, तो I always listen to music and it ultimately, it instantly actually uplifts my mood and I'm like, I'm ready to take on the world today, ऐसे वाली feeling.
So there are different feelings to music. As in, आप जैसे कभी when you're working out.
Yeah.
Your favorite track can really pump you up.
Yes,
When
exactly.
you're going for a very important meeting,
Yeah.
a favorite track in the car will pump you up.
Yeah.
And when you're relaxing, having your favorite drink.
Yeah.
And that's when the turntable and a good system will come into play, which will calm you down.
No, I actually remember when you mentioned exercising karte waqt, because I was dead tired the other day and I thought कि यार मैं 10 मिनट ही gym कर पाऊंगी. But then when I listened to the music, I was like, I ended up doing stretching my exercise routine to almost an hour.
Yeah.
So that sort of effect music has. on you.
That's right, yeah.
Now I guess let's switch gears to home theater system. कि ये क्यों एक घर के लिए इतने important होते हैं?
See, it's a place to hang out. It's a place to get together. As I earlier said, family comes together when you are. There are no reasons today, you know.
Yeah.
There are hardly any reasons for a family. Different generations, different choices.
Yeah.
Busy world. So you're on the move. So there is a time when you come together, probably in the evening, and you have a good place to hang out. So if you have a good home theater, be it in a family lounge or a dedicated room or in your basement or anywhere, it gives you a reason.
Yeah.
It gives you a flawed value.
Yeah, it does. It does. Bragging rights. See, I've got a home
That,
theater.
yeah. So
yeah.
it is, and home theater is luxury.
Yeah.
It is ultimate luxury in terms of, because अच्छा काम कर सकते हो आप, अच्छा उसे सुनने में बड़ा मजा आता है.
मजा आता है. And the precise reason कि हर घर में आपको देखने को नहीं मिलेगा, because it's very exclusive, it's very luxurious.
Yeah.
And I feel कि मुझे भी जब like when I'll move into a place wherein I'll have my own home theater, and I'm sure I'm going to invite you to do
Yeah.
my home theater.
Yes.
तो मुझे लगता है वो मेरा favorite room होने वाला है, because I'm a movie buff. I love to listen to nice music, watching. तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद मैं सोने के लिए सिर्फ अपने रूम में जाऊंगी. Maybe I'll sleep there only, because when I was sitting here, I was like, okay, time कहाँ भाग रहा है? I just want to sit here, maybe relax here. So I guess.
देखिए एक और इसमें एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है कि lot of people don't know, because that is why probably we are doing this podcast,
I know.
because a lot of people don't even know.
Even I did not know much about audio system, music, how important it is, and how diversified it is.
So how many people you know? They hire an architect,
Yeah.
they hire an interior designer,
Yeah, they do.
who, as in very few people, out of 100, maybe 20, 30, because our industry is very small.
Very small.
Imagine Singapore is much bigger than our in terms of value than India in our industry.
And compare the population,
Yeah.
like we are multiple
Yeah.
times.
So our industry is so small in India at that moment.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people aren't educated.
But what do you think is going to be the future? Like,
Future is huge. It's
Huge.
niche.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's going through a flux
Yeah.
overall, looking at the market condition. But it's gonna be huge and more because real estate is just
Yeah.
taking over somewhere. And so we will walk along for sure.
Yeah.
And but coming back to a home theater in terms of experience, you will see, we don't get time today to कि हर हफ्ते हम पीवीआर देखेगा, जाएंगे हम नहीं जाएंगे,
नहीं जाएंगे.
टाइम नहीं मिलता, पर एटलीस्ट यू हर हफ्ते एक अच्छी सीरीज आ रही
बिल्कुल आ
है
रहा
ना, एंड देन दैट्स इन अ वेरी गुड इमर्सिव डॉल्बी एटमॉस मोस्टली
है. Yeah.
on streaming on Netflix.
Yeah.
And imagine if your home theater and if your sound system at home can replicate
Yeah.
what it is to have a clean multiplex experience within your warmth of your home,
Yeah.
especially in this winter.
Oh wow. As you speak, I'm actually visualizing
Yeah.
it, you know, like getting my blanket, sitting on the sofa, like a nice sofa on my home theater and
Yeah.
listening to the music. Off the topic, what OTT series are you watching these days?
I just finished Black Walnut.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it's dark.
It's dark, okay, not meant
It's
for me.
dark, so I kind of, on the second episode, I was thinking of, what am I watching?
Oh, yeah, why am I watching this? Already the world around me is so dark.
Yeah, so, but yeah, it's fun, yeah, it was good. Squid Game,
Okay,
amazing,
Yeah.
amazing sound effects. You will love it in a theater.
maybe I'll start watching it.
You can watch it here.
Oh, yay! Nice.
And then Patal Lok.
Patalok.
Yeah, so
I've been waiting
these
for it.
are- Yeah.
Yeah. The
These are
protagonist
series,
is my
yeah.
favorite. I mean, I love that guy, Elawat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's too good.
He's too good, because
Yeah.
that's not my style, the genre, because it's a little violent. But this guy, he aced it.
Unconventional.
Unconventional
Yeah.
and precise. The reason that I'm going to watch this.
So what's your favorite dialogue in Patal Lok?
So basically, see, I understand the language and hence Elawat is my favorite. So there are multiple dialogues. मैं बार-बार YouTube पे जाके सिर्फ dialogue सुनती हूँ. तो जब वो सस्पेंड होता है तो उसको बोलता है कि आई डोंट नो सम गाय लाइक सम राउडी गाय ही सेज कि ड्यूटी पे अपना काम टाइम मतलब ध्यान लगाओ अदरवाइज मैं सस्पेंड करवा दूंगा तो ही वेरी वेरी कैंडिडली सेज तेरा फूफा पहला ही सस्पेंडेड अंडर I mean it is so good and I was like because I could relate to it I could connect to it मैंने इतनी बार रिवाइंड करके देखा इसको I loved it you know this movie Action Hero इसमें भी I watched it specifically for this guy और जब ये मूवी थिएटर में ना सब शांत थे because nobody like हर कोई नहीं रिलेट कर पाता ना और जैसे वो डायलॉग बोलता मैं इतनी ऊंची ऊंची हंसी थी everybody was looking at me what is wrong with her I was like कोई तो पहली बंदा आया है ना जो कि
So what kind of music you listen to?
Music see I don't know what will you term that category of music but I like trance maybe
Yeah, more techno
because I like dancing and I like listening to pop also I like Bollywood also but something where I can dance to the music where I can dance to yeah and what about you
so I've become if you will see my playlist it's so varied
yeah
it is right from Sufi
yeah
which are one of my favorite genres
yeah.
Then I go into ghazals and jazz yeah
like
so
complete opposite
more
different
detail, more,
end of the spectrum
more lyrical
yeah
and some Bollywood
yeah.
even the latest songs
Yeah.
sometimes yeah
you know I mean the taste that you have for music is very similar to what my husband has when
Yeah.
you know him right so we're completely at the opposite end of the spectrum and
I
it's
know
like
him he's here
yeah hey hi yeah so he understands music better than me because he's the one he wants to listen to the music every time मैं सोचती हूँ oh my god like whenever we're at a restaurant he listens to a music he'll be like वो Shazam he then starts downloading
that's
the
a very good thing to do
Yeah, exactly.
I keep Shazaming a lot of times so a lot of clients of mine when they come and play the music no so maybe that genre I'm not into so I always Shazam it or I ask him so recently somebody so it gets hooked on if I like something I immediately Shazam it
yeah
while my client is listening to our speakers
yeah
so it's like an interesting thing to do
yeah
rather than asking him कि भैया बताना
कौन सा true
कौन सा
yeah
song है?
but now I'm trying to develop my taste for nicer music because I don't know people think the category of like dance music I don't know what category should I name it but I call it dance music it's a bit shallow superficial but I'm trying to now evolve my music buds
Yeah. So you need to get a high-end system.
yeah for that
Yeah. So what
Sold.
will happen is
Sold.
that I have got testimonials like these,
yeah
which I was telling you before. I'll just recapture it, wherein we have done a system for a client, and after a week or 10 days, he calls me and says, "That's the best compliment." Says Sahil, when I am going back home from work,
Yeah.
on the way I am thinking कि मेरे को आज कौन सा गाना चलाना है.
he's looking forward to it
So it's all his hobby, all his experience is so enriching and
Yeah.
rich that he wants to go back,
yeah
listen to his favorite music
Yeah.
on the system which can do justice to it.
I can actually relate
So ये ऐसा कुछ चाहिए होगा तुमको.
हाँ, मुझे लगता है मुझे ऐसा ही कुछ चाहिए स्पेशली फॉर माई लॉन्ग ड्राइव्स बिकॉज एज अ रियल्टर हमारा आधा टाइम तो गाड़ी में ही
पर
निकलता
ड्राइव में
है
कार नहीं करते हम. कार ऑडियो नहीं
Maybe
करते.
that's the category you should explore now because everybody is
But
on
yeah.
the roads
But yeah,
constantly.
you and your husband can sit together
Yeah.
and share a drink and
Yeah.
play your favorite
Yeah.
music. Maybe you'll have to come to a middle road
Yeah.
or between genres. and
Exactly,
listen
yeah.
to it.
Maybe I will have to pull in towards my sort of music also. Yeah. So, okay. मेरा मन तो नहीं कर रहा है to bring it to the end, but like final question, what is your advice for someone who is just starting with the music? What sort of system or maybe home theaters? Where can they start?
So I would say that you can always start small. You can always buy a good entry-level stereo system, entry-level turntable with a good amplifier, which will turn your audio experience into another level. If it is carefully crafted and put together and thought through system, then it can do a lot of justice. Another way of looking at it, that you come in, loads of money,
Yeah.
buy, and we'll give us a room. We'll turn into a home theater, hangout place for your family and friends, and give you an outstanding experience.
Yeah, so you just need to understand their objective and the purpose or the preference, what they're looking, and then you can actually craft and curate as per
The
this.
strange thing is like there are a lot of time that a lot of people who come in, they ऐसा भी होता है जैसे म्यूजिक, मेरे को म्यूजिक पसंद है, मैं आया चलो अभी म्यूजिक पसंद है, जो uneducated client है, but you know as in he's not into uneducated in terms of not educated about our industry. Not mean I don't mean it, mean it as an offense.
Exactly.
So if what happens is that then what they come in, they first of all it helps them open their mind, and so I had an incident which I'll quickly tell you. Somebody very one of my favorite clients. He came in. He said, "Sahil, मेरे को home theater चाहिए." मैंने कहा, "home theater क्यों चाहिए? आप क्या करते हो?" मैंने कहा, "मेरे को म्यूजिक सुनना है." तो फिर म्यूजिक सुनना है तो home theater क्यों चाहिए? आप समझ रहे हो? Because फिर then he understood what I meant, and then he bought one of the high-end speakers from us right behind me.
This one?
Yeah, it's one of the expensive speakers we have in our.
And for my curiosity, how much does it cost?
This is about 7.5 lakhs for a pair. Yeah, but for complete setup goes up to 15 somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. With
Because
this
you know,
amp,
like I'm into real
Macintosh,
estate, so I'm all about numbers.
Yeah.
So मुझे हर चीज समझ में ही ऐसे आती है. And what about this?
This is, I would say, the final word in amplification. A brand called Macintosh. It's an
The
American
same
brand, yeah.
as the Apple Macintosh?
No, this is Macintosh, which is it's based out of US.
Yeah.
This is all made in US, and this is one of the systems which one of the amplifiers. This is the entry level of a Macintosh. This brand goes up to about 60-70 lakhs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but they can make any speaker sing. So
That's nice.
yeah,
60-70 lakhs. I was thinking of real estate
Yeah,
investment.
this starts at 5.
Yeah, 60-70
I'm
lakhs.
mentioning values so that kind of
Yeah.
at least you have an idea, because you just
Oh.
mentioned that you like to know values.
And the more the number,
Yeah.
the better it is, because then I can understand कि ठीक है किस तरीके का target audience
So
होने वाला है.
just for your audience, a good stereo system can start at lakh as well.
Okay,
Nothing like that.
good to know.
But as I see, our effort is to make it approachable.
Yeah.
Yeah, while you will be.
Because everybody wants
Yeah,
to.
everybody. So
Yeah, they deserve a good
people waste money.
music system. Yeah.
People waste money. अरे साउंड बार ले आते हैं, लिया है 70,000 रुपए का, 80,000 रुपए का, फिर उसके बाद वो यार मजा नहीं आ रहा इसमें तो. So that incident I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like he came for a home theater, but he likes to listen music.
Yeah.
Then why is he buying a home theater?
So you basically aligned his requirement with whatever you had to
While
offer.
home theater can double up as a music system, but a music system cannot double up as a home theater. But music system will give you an outstanding piece of work. A good stereo system can revive and can bring in the star right in front of you.
Yeah. Like a personal concert that we mentioned.
Yeah.
So it was lovely speaking to you, और मुझे लग रहा है कि खत्म ही नहीं करना चाहिए इस podcast को. But what I feel is, let's jump on to the other content videos. I think कि there's so much more to explore about it, and not just the words, but experience. So let's do that in the further segment, maybe.
Yeah, we can do that, because this podcast cannot sum up everything.
Yeah, it
I've
cannot,
said
believe me.
Yeah, so this will keep going on.
It's
We'll
a
talk for an hour.
never-ending
Wow.
topic. Yeah. But it was a lovely time having you. Looking forward to many more chats like that.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Pleasure
Thank
meeting
you.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.